Guys, Arsenal is set to launch a club record bid for Declan Rice to see to it that they get him out of West Ham as up as the suitors that really want to take him at their clubs really increase. Welcome to Rokani Media Football. Welcome to the Transfer News Show, guys, and I hope you guys are really having a wonderful morning, depending on where you're watching us from. And it's really great to see it that we are still alive and the Lord God has gone ahead to provide us with the life and we are still breathing. For the Muslims, Allah is protecting you, and obviously today is a Wednesday and we are here to bring you the Transfer News Show. In the Transfer News Show, we tackle very different teams. We are tackling Arsenal, Declan Rice. Xavi has gone ahead to break silence on Messi's return to Barcelona. That's a huge one that I think most of you really want to really know what exactly has Xavi went ahead to say about Messi's return to Barcelona. And lastly, we are going to talk about Christian Pulisic, the American captain. They refer to him as Captain America, right? Captain America coming in through, and looks like Pochettino has gone ahead to really tell him that you aren't into my plans, and Juventus has lined up a bid to see to it that they really sign the Captain America from Chelsea to Turin. Rokani David is my name. Let's see close to 200 likes. Smash on this video, smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe because we want to hit 14,000 subscribers. And guys, we are going to increase on the number of videos we upload on a daily because lots of stories are really coming in through as it's a transfer window. We might go close to 5, 6, 7 videos a day, and whatever story that breaks is what you're going to be bringing you guys. And I want to really send a point of alert to the viewers of this channel. I've seen some of you come out and really put out comments that I'm lying. Guys, I'm not lying. A person who lies doesn't really put out a source, and I go a further mile and get you the tweets, from these pundits and transfer journalists. I also tell you whether this one is a tier 1 journalist, tier 2 or tier 3, depending on where the story is coming in from. So I hate it when I see some people put out comments that are really trying to really play down the sources that we are really getting these stories from. Now, let's leave that at that and let's set the ball rolling. Let's Ruffy to rumble, right? Now, today, Ryan Taylor Sports, he's a sports journalist, Daily Express, also reporting for The Real PLC, and he writes for the Daily Mirror and the Daily Star. That is Ryan Taylor. He has told us that Arsenal are expected to launch a club record bid worth up to £90 million if the coming weeks for West Ham captain Declan Rice. In the coming weeks for the West Ham captain Declan Rice, who has emerged as Mikel Arteta's top transfer target this summer. That is a story coming in from Ryan Taylor Sport. And from Ryan Taylor Sport, we got another story coming in from Simon Jones telling us that a structured £90 million from Arsenal for Declan Rice is expected soon, though West Ham want considerably more and believe Manchester United will offer it. So that is something. Arsenal hope Rice wants to stay in London, and that is Simon Jones coming in from the Daily Mail. So those are the two stories, all hinting onto Arsenal making a £90 million bid, and it's going to be a record-breaking bid for the club of Arsenal. Talking about the record bid of Arsenal that they've ever made, this makes some Arsenal fans cry because they don't want to remember that deal of Mikhailo Modric that really passed through their hands as Chelsea came in and hijacked the deal and put in very many incentives onto the deal that Arsenal couldn't provide. Now, the record bid of Arsenal was £88 million for Mikhailo Modric from Shakhtar Donetsk. That's it, before he crossed from Shakhtar to Chelsea. Arsenal had made a bid of €100 million, that is £88 million. This time around for Declan Rice, what makes it a record bid that's breaking that of Mikhailo Modric is simple. It's all about being 2 million pounds more. That is 90 million pounds. I have my friends where I really talk to sometimes, go there and really have some talk, some tea. They've gone ahead to describe Arsenal as a team that can't break the bank. And I've always told them that ever since Arsenal accomplished the loan of the stadium or the debt, and Kroenke became 100% full shareholder of the team of Arsenal, I think Arsenal have been spending a lot of money from Mesut Ozil. I think it was 45 million pounds. Then they brought in Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, 54 million pounds. Nicola Pepe, 73 million pounds. Ben White, 50 million pounds. Gabriel Jesus, 45 million pounds plus 5 million pounds of add-ons. That is 50 million pounds. And they brought in, they had gone in for Mykhailo Modric with a bid of 88 million pounds. It shows you how Arsenal are really good at spending. And if at all that is not on your fingertips, better go ahead and really get it on your fingertips, because if I don't support Arsenal and I have it on my fingertips, then how come a person who supports Arsenal misses out on that? I think it's better to really go ahead and really think about what Arsenal have been through. You know, some Arsenal fans are still in the days of Arsene Wenger where Arsenal didn't used to spend, you understand? But from 2016, Arsenal started, from 2015, Arsenal started to spend huge money, because they used not to spend a lot of money. Why? They had a debt, you know, of the stadium. But after that accomplishment was made, and then later Kroenke took the club over, he is really putting in money to an extent that in the window of 2020, in the summer of 2021, no team spent more money than Arsenal. Arsenal spent 150 million pounds, and this time round Arsenal are still having a lot of money to spend, because some people are asking themselves, where is Arsenal going to get this money? Now, let me give you facts. Arsenal had spent 6 years without finishing into the top 4. You know, and they've been spending that money without finishing in the top 4, right? Now, they've finished in the top 4. They found themselves earning close to 160 million pounds coming in from the Premier League. Arsenal is going to get 60 million pounds more from the Champions League. That is 220 million pounds. Then Arsenal from Adidas, you know, they've been getting limited monies, because when you spend one season out of the Champions League, Adidas takes a 40% reduction from the amount of money they get you. If Arsenal was given 70 million pounds, it has been getting close to 30 million pounds coming in from Adidas, right? Now, when you continue and spend another season without going to the Champions League, the 40 goes to like 50. Then, if you continue, that reduction percentage increases, meaning that Arsenal has been really in a very bad situation, because they've not been getting in money from their kit sponsors. They've not been getting a lot of money from the sponsors. Now, they are back to the Champions League. They are going to be getting full amount from Adidas, and I think they are earning close to 70 million pounds. When you add the 70 million pounds to the 220, that's almost 300 million pounds. Now, go to the get collection that Arsenal is going to get. You might see that Arsenal is going to collect and get in money close to 500 million pounds. So that is going to really gear up their spend, and that's why you see it that Arsenal are willing to go in and spend 90 million pounds on Declan Rice, 80 on Caicedo, and then continue to get in the likes of João Cancelo at 60, and Arsenal have close to 300 million pounds to spend. You know, they're going to sell players, and obviously they'll add the money coming in from the sales to the 250 million pounds Kroenke has gone ahead to promise to Arsenal. Remember, Arsenal had 70 million pounds that they're going to spend on Declan Rice in the summer, and they only spent 12 to bring in Jorginho. So they still have close to 50 million pounds onto that huge amount of money. So the big question is, will West Ham accept the 90 million pound bid? That's it. With the likes of Manchester United coming in through and Bayern coming in through with a lot of energy to attack, that leaves us with no question, that leaves us in a notion of questions as far as the transfer of Arsenal, that transfer of Declan Rice to Arsenal is concerned, because West Ham now have something to hinge on to really call in for like 100 million pounds. That's it, because if Arsenal makes a 90 million pound bid, you know, and West Ham says no, they'll have to make sure that they add more 10 onto that, because they don't want to see themselves in the situation they were into the January transfer window, where they had a chance to seal off the Modric deal as soon as possible before the beginning of the year of 2023, and it lagged on until the mid of January, and that's when Chelsea came in through and hijacked the deal. So Arsenal don't want to give teams like Bayern a chance and teams like Manchester United a chance, because for United, before the takeover, they cannot buy Declan Rice. But if at all the takeover is confirmed, United will be having all the money they want to go in and really make a bid for Declan Rice. So what Arsenal have to do is to go for it when it's still hot. That's it. They shouldn't find themselves in the situation of calling in for competition. They should kill off competition after Declan Rice plays the finale for West Ham, you know, next week on 7th. Then he goes, I think those days, because after playing the finale on 7th, he rests for like 4 days. He goes to England. I think Arsenal should use that period between 8th and 15th or 20th June to get this deal out of the way. Because if they don't, they'll be calling in the likes of Bayern Munich. They'll be calling in the likes of Manchester United. Even Bayern Munich itself, they've sacked two prominent leaders. I think the technical director and the football director were sacked. Now they are trying to really get in replacements in those positions, you know. But Thomas Tuchel made a call to Declan Rice and told him, I like you and I want you to be playing at Bayern Munich. But I don't see Declan Rice leaving London. He wants to be playing at Arsenal. I think West Ham won't do what Shakhtar Donetsk did. They would like to do exactly what is going to be better for Declan Rice. That is it coming in from Ryan Taylor Sports and Jones of the Daily Mail as far as Declan Rice to Arsenal is concerned. I think I've broken it down and it has gotten deep into your medulla oblongatas. Now, let's go to Fabrizio Romano. He has gone ahead and quoted Xavi. Xavi has gone ahead to talk to TV3 Cat about the return of Lionel Messi. In the city of Barcelona, this is the talk about town. Messi's return is highly anticipated. But what has the manager of Barcelona had to say about Messi's return to Barcelona? Xavi has told us that our fans started to mention Messi's name at every game. I like the feeling, but trust me, the comeback of Lionel Messi only depends on him. I would say that it depends 99% on Messi, he told TV3 Cat. I have no doubts on pitch point of view. It's up to Lionel Messi. Now, Xavi is confirming to us that it's out of his hands. It's out of his reach. But it's in the hands of Messi. If Messi wants to return to Barcelona, he's welcome. And Barcelona has gone ahead to do the groundwork. And what groundwork has Barcelona going to do to see that they will create space to get in Lionel Messi? Gerard Piqué left, and with a huge salary, was earning close to £400,000 a week. That was relieved of the wage bill of the club. Sergio Busquets is another one leaving. He earns close to £350,000 a week. That's another player leaving. There is a third one, Jordi Alba. You know, Jordi Alba is another one leaving. He was also earning close to £350,000 a week. So with those three players leaving, they've gone ahead to really get a relief of close to they've gone ahead to get £1,010 million of their wage bill secured, and I think that has gone ahead to create some relief for Barcelona. So, and they're trying to sell other players, you know, Rafinha, Ansu Fati, you know, Frank Kessie. They need to sell close to 4 players, and the board of Barcelona, the Tabias, the president of La Liga, has told Barcelona that if at all you want to go ahead and really sign in more players and bring in Lionel Messi, you need to raise 210 million euros from sales, and that's what they're really working on. But every week they present a plan to Barcelona they present a plan. Barcelona presents a plan to the La Liga president or board to see to it that it gets approved to pave way for the return of Messi. Why do they want Messi to return? If Messi returns, he can really bring in 250 million euros to Barcelona as calculated by the financial department of Barcelona. But Xavi has confirmed to us that they are open to the return of Messi, and now it's in the hands of Lionel Messi to see whether he returns or not. And lastly, let's talk about Captain America Pulisic, whose spell at Chelsea has been blowing hot and cold, and he has not fired all cylinders at Chelsea. This is Mark Odigan, is a senior writer at ESPN. He has confirmed to us that Juventus are leading the race to sign Christian Pulisic, with Chelsea prepared to offload the forward for a £20 million fee. Now, one will ask, why is Chelsea taking in £20 million? I think they've sat down as the board of Chelsea and they know how much they spent during the summer transfer window of 2022 and the winter transfer window of this year. So they know that there is a certain amount of money they need to raise to see to it that they don't find themselves in a position of violating the financial fair play that is Chelsea for you. So they want to sell Christian Pulisic to Juventus, and it said Juventus are leading the race to sign Christian Pulisic. And I think it's high time he left, because he has failed to really be that player that we expected to be at Chelsea. You know, when he came in, we had high thoughts about him, because at Borussia Dortmund, where they got him from, he was firing up all cylinders. But here, he has gone ahead to be having one-offs, but obviously he's a talented player that you would love to be having in your team. So guys, your thoughts on Arsenal set to launch a club record bid for Declan Rice are welcome in the comment section below. Tell me your thoughts about all in the hands of Lionel Messi to return to Barcelona. Do you think Messi will make up his mind to return to Barca? And lastly, Christian Pulisic to Juventus, as Juventus has been said as it's the only team leading the race. What do you make about that? I sign out. I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. May the living true God protect you and bless you abundantly. Muslims, may Allah see you through all your difficulties. I'm out. Ciao, ciao.